Hi, I'm Jacob K. Baker, aka Atomic Stick Figure.
That's a change.
Of course it's a change. Why is it a change? Wanda Coffee! I'm going to be the new international spokesman for Wanda Coffee.
No.
No.
He wishes.
I wish, yeah. I could follow in the footsteps of one of my idols. Pete Takeshi. Anyway, for this video, this is not only going to be a recap of our second day in Japan, but we're also going to be doing a little bit of a quote-unquote unboxing video, because we got some stuff that we want to go over. Would you stop that?
I'm excited.
I guess you want me to start with, since I was the first one to make a purchase?
Well, okay. We went to Akiba, Electric Town, or Akihabara.
Yeah. Get it right, damn it.
Yeah.
That was today.
Yeah, that was today. But this is our first experience with Japanese train system. Like I said before in the previous video, nothing to worry about.
At all.
At all.
Easy to go through. I mean, even when we were in Akihabara, yeah. I mean, navigating through there was very easy to do.
Yeah, thankfully he had me as a guide because I had bought Akiba's Trip for PS3 and played the crap out of it, beat it on Kotaku mode and everything. And what that game is a pretty much a promotional video game for Akihabara. And so whenever you're moving about in the game, it's actually the map of Akihabara, along with all the stores, the streets, like even the maid cafes and like Taito Station and gamers and the Sega Club Segas. It's all there, mapped out exactly where they're at in real life. So, I mean, going to Akihabara, although it was my first time, I played that game so much, it really felt like I've already been there before.
So fortunately, because he actually had a pretty good idea of the layout of the city. I mean, of course, we went through it the first time when he was playing tour guide, but after our first little walkthrough, I remembered where everything was because everything's clearly marked, and it's like, oh, I just go this way, and yeah, it's easy to find. Yeah. So
the only trouble I had was trying to remember where the smoking station was.
Yes, because it's a little tucked away thing out of the middle of nowhere. Because in this entire Akiba area, you cannot smoke. You got to go on the outskirts of it, and that was annoying. But it was fun.
Yeah, it's fine. But you want to go ahead and show them the first purchase you made at Sensoji?
Yes. So yesterday, as I discussed in the other video,
this is where he was hitting his head on the light.
Yeah. The very first item I find at the very first otaku designated store is something that I have been waiting to find for 10 years or close to 10 years. And it's been this thing that it's the holy grail of things that I've been trying to find. And first thing I lay eyes on. And it is the Henshin belt for Kamen Rider Decade.
Which you've seen in our promotional trailer.
Yes. Which, any chance to show this thing off, and of course I'm going to do it. It's an awesome belt.
He's going to wear it for job interviews.
I am. So, yeah, look out, future boss. But, yes, like I said, I've been, trying to find this thing for a decent price, because back in the States, this would run, $300 if you could find it, and that's a big if. And then I found this for what essentially translates to about $50. So yeah, I finally found this thing. Yay! And then the ironic thing is that I found another one today, but
In
Akihabara for a little bit cheaper, but it was only like 600 yen cheaper, so not that big of a difference there. So I didn't feel like I had spent too much money. It was just 600 yen, not that big of a deal at all. But yay, my belt. Also, from our giant yesterday. Wait, did you buy anything when we were going to the Senjoji area?
No.
All right. Well, when we went to Skytree yesterday, one of the things that I got, I'm not going to show you what I got for anyone else, but for my own personal collection, as you may very well have noticed on the banner for our channel, if you actually clicked on the channel, one of the characters is Kamen Rider Double, or W. And he pointed this little guy out.
Yeah.
And I was like, I've got to get this because of the Heisei era, or Millennial era Kamen Riders. My two favorite ones are Decade and Double. So, yes, I had to get this little guy. Now, while we were in Skytree, he was kind enough to get me another little item. And it's still in the baggie, so I don't know how well this is going to show through. But it is just this little...
it's like a phone pendant.
Yeah,
phone
just a
charm.
little charm thing. And it's the Ginyu Force, and I love the Ginyu Force. More on that later when I discuss what I bought today. But the thing that I really love about this is...
Which I pointed out.
Yes, is the English. Because instead of saying Ginyu Special Forces...
Ginyu.
No, yeah. It instead says GNU, Ginew, Special Corps. And I actually prefer that. I'm glad it's got the English, or is that actually how it's pronounced in the Japanese version?
It may be.
Yeah. But anyway, I love it just because it's not what being an
Not what you're
American.
used to.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I just love that. So again, thank you so much for picking that up for me. I mean, that was.
I've seen that and I was like, man, I've got to get that.
But yes, that's again. See if we can say it a little better. I love this thing. So, but now, what did you get from Skytree?
I went straight to the Skytree shop and I bought the 1/4000th scale Skytree, and it lights up purple and it lights up blue. And the thing that I don't like about it is that whenever he got his belt, he got free batteries with it.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't get free batteries with my Tokyo Skytree.
Oh, that is one of the things that I should mention, and I mean, obviously it didn't pan out in your favor in terms of like the batteries, but whenever I bought the belt, as he pointed out, they gave me the free batteries so that I could actually use it. But also, whenever we stopped by the 100 yen shop and I bought a bunch of groceries, they just gave us a bunch of chopsticks, so I didn't have to spend the extra money to get those. So that was really nice. So yeah, depending on like what you're getting and where you're getting it from, they will actually supply you with the additional items needed, which is a nice thing for foreigners, I
Yes.
guess.
Yeah. And also, whenever I bought Kyle's
Ginyu Special Corps.
yeah, charm, I got me a crayon Shin-Chan coffee mug.
Because we're both huge Shin-Chan fans.
Yeah.
I would have gotten one myself, but I need to watch my money because there's another purchase I have to make later. But
I'll give you the box. You want the box?
that would be awesome. Yes, I would love the box.
Okay. Yeah, you can have the box.
One day.
I'm gonna get this thing out real quick.
Yeah, show him the cup. The cup's awesome. Or mug.
The mug. So there's the bag. goes around the crayon Shin-chan. And then there's a little Shin-chan on the side. Which I think is awesome. I don't even know if I want to use it.
I would. Oh, who am I kidding? I would use it in a heartbeat.
Yeah, I probably would too.
Oh, wait, there's one on the bottom.
Oh, is there?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. See? That's pretty cool.
Very nice.
I've not even looked at it. Well, we're kind of like, this is like a first time opening it anyway, so.
Yeah. I mean, the lady at the department store opened it up for him to just inspect it to see that it was the right one.
That and it didn't have cracks.
Yeah.
Or anything.
But yeah, I mean, as far as like just analyzing the detail.
Yeah, that's another thing I noticed they don't do in the States either. If you buy like a coffee mug or something that's in a box, the store clerk isn't going to take it out for you to make sure that it is, you know, like not cracked and stuff like that. But she did. She just whipped it right out and like inspected it and, you know, looked it inside and out and everything, made sure it was okay.
Man, Japan's just so much better.
And very courteous.
Yes.
Let's see.
Yeah, I mean, even just people you like walk across on the street, they're very courteous and very helpful, and I mean, it's quite a shocking change from being in the States where everyone's like very, aggressive.
Yeah.
This one woman that I met whenever we were still at the airport here, she, I think she said she was a student in California, but she was, since she comes from here, she was like telling me about like the big difference between like how people are in the States and how they are here. And over in the States, we're very outgoing in who we are with our emotions, but over here everyone's almost introverted.
Yeah.
Which is probably why Japan appeals to otaku so much, because we can relate.
Yeah, we're very introverted.
Yeah, you know,
shy.
We like to keep to ourselves, and that's
watch our anime.
Yeah, that's how it is here. So it's really cool. Was there anything else that you bought first day?
No, that was it. Just those two items.
Okay, so what happened during the course of today? I mean, we woke up, obviously.
Oh, yeah, we woke up. And then,
or is this all still a dream?
well, we went downstairs after we had our boss coffee and our Wanda coffee.
Wanda.
And went to the front desk, turned in the key, asked. I already kind of knew where to go as far as like where the train station was and stuff like that, but I wanted to make sure, so I asked the clerk where the train station was, which he pointed it out, even drew some map. I don't have it on me, but pointed us in the right direction. And like I said, I'll say it again, if you can't figure this stuff out, you're worse than a brick. But we get to Akihabara, and you know, we look around for the you know, smoking station and all that. Just took a little while, but the first thing we did is I tried to find a music store so I could get a Hatsune Miku guitar pedal. And what that does, whenever you plug it in, is instead of it being distortion or chorus or anything, it mimics.
So the Vocaloid.
It mimics the Vocaloid voice patterns. And I just thought if I ever got bored with playing guitar in clean or overdrive, throw that thing on there and just wah wah wah. You know, I just thought it would be awesome to have. So we spent maybe 30 minutes looking for.
Oh, we spent more than that. We spent at least a good solid hour and a half.
Yeah.
Just looking for one store, and there was a sign on the side of a building for a Music Vox, and we couldn't make heads or tail what the hell that map was trying to say, because it was like, here's arrow, here's there, but there wasn't a you are here spot on it. So it was like, we go this way or that way, and I mean, we're looking up and down the signs on the buildings and walking around the block for who knows how long, and
yeah,
couldn't find it.
That block.
So Music Vox, if you want business, make yourself more known so we can actually find you.
Yeah, you lost out on about 120,000. No, 12,000 yen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But he found other ways to spend the money.
Yes. Yes. So I decided to go on a figurine hunt. Yeah, figure hunt.
Yeah, we've got a
In more ways than one figure. Yeah.
Right. Okay, yeah, I'll cover this whenever we talk about the main thing you were trying to find.
Yes.
Because he spent most of this time trying to find one particular figure.
Yeah.
Could not find it anywhere.
Particular.
We'll get more to that whenever we get around to that one. But
Mhm.
until then, show them the other figures that you got.
Okay, so the first shop, figurine shop we went into.
Which was, what, the first or second store we went into? It was fairly early on in
Yeah,
our
it was
actual
very
store.
early on, yeah. I found waifu number 1,
Yeah.
Supersonico. With her little microphone and dress and her large eyes. But I found that, which I thought was very... I can't think of the word for it.
But also in the same store, he found waifu number 2.
Yes, in the same store, waifu number 2. And I didn't want to get like the regular, what she's usually wearing, so I opted for the Color Drop Hatsune Miku.
In her cute little Lolita outfit.
Yeah, cute little Lolita outfit. And I've yet to open it. I don't know if I will or not. I probably will, but
You gotta release them, man.
yeah.
So that's the thing about me and figures is that whenever I buy a figure, it doesn't matter what it is, I have to let it out of the box. Because I feel so sorry for them. It's like they're being deprived of oxygen.
Yeah.
Even my limited edition figures that will drop in value by several fold, I open them up. I think the only ones I haven't opened up is a... they did the Tales from the Crypt cartoon show, which is an odd thing to make a cartoon show about. But I've got a couple figures from that. It's the Crypt Keeper and the Warlock. I can't remember who the other one is, but those are the only two figures I've taken out of the box. The reason I haven't taken them out of the box is that I just didn't feel like it. So, but they will be released soon enough.
And I am going to release Hatsune Miku from her confines.
Breathe the fresh air. He can't show you the other figure, but we'll get to that later.
We'll get to that later. Oh, come on, tape.
Okay, I'm trying to remember the order in which he actually bought what he bought. But anyway, while he's releasing Miku, whenever we were walking around Akihabara, we stopped in this little donut shop, had the most awesome donut sweets.
Yeah.
Those were awesome.
I would take this out of the box, but I need to piece it together.
Yeah.
So it's going to have to stay in the box for right now. I guess she has to stand on her stand.
Nah.
But there's Hatsune Miku.
Make her sing. No.
And yeah, just look.
Yeah.
Man,
He's admiring the ankle detail.
No, it's seriously the
Yeah.
detail.
No, it's
the fingernails
fingernails.
are even painted. There's even like little highlights in the hair and
Oh,
everything.
the cords and just the ripples in the fabric and all that.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Even
and
the little bows here.
How they did the knuckles and the way the fingers are positioned and all that.
Yeah. I mean, that's
See, the thing about
High
being an
quality.
artist is that you admire detail.
yeah. Your eye can't help but to go straight to the detail.
Yeah. Even down the sleeve, they actually made the arm go down quite a ways.
Even the palm lines.
Oh yeah, like the
and
finger
the
creases.
finger
yeah.
creases. I mean, check that out. High five.
You just high-fived Hatsune Miku.
Yeah. And this was only... How much was that? It wasn't that much.
No, you only spent like,
$20 on that?
essentially, it was
Yeah.
like 1,600 yen.
Yeah.
Yeah, he got some pretty good prices for this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see, what all did we do? I remember we spent a lot of time going back to the smoke area. That was like mostly what it was us walking around and going, oh, that's a cool shop, let's go get a cigarette, and march all the way back. I don't remember what's in these two bags. Now wait, are these the things for your mother, or?
No.
Because I'm trying to remember the order in which we went to the stores. Okay, yeah, you found that, and then I found the other thing that I've got that I can show at the other store before we get to the main one you got.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So you
um,
go ahead.
okay, well,
And I'll
here,
do mine.
we get to the final store, and because I'm trying to watch my yen, you know, I want to, like,
Mm-hmm.
because there's this other big thing I got to buy. You don't need to know that. But one of the things, or the other thing that I bought while in Akihabara, Jace, because of the Ginyu Force members, and I cannot explain to you why. I've got no clue, but for some reason, Jace is my favorite Ginyu Force member. I mean, he doesn't even make like my top 5 favorite Dragon Ball characters, but I just saw Jace and I'm like, I gotta get that, you know. And I didn't even get the Vegeta, and he's my favorite, but
Yeah.
saw this and I'm like, I gotta get Jace. So, and it goes along great with my Ginyu
I
special.
even
force thing.
tried to goad him into getting the Vegeta as well.
Yeah, and I refused, but I saw this and I'm like, I gotta get it. You know, and I think this is actually a little bit.
Yeah, the
Isn't
Vegeta
it-
was 800.
Oh, okay, yeah. So yeah, I saved a little bit in there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Jace.
Yeah.
I have no idea why he's my favorite. Could not tell you. But while I got that at this store, he found a couple of other things.
Mm-hmm.
Now, before he gets to the main one, show him the things.
These things?
Yes, those things.
Yeah. Okay. Piccolo.
About to use the Hell Zone grenade.
Yes. Yeah. And once again, along with Kyle here, I don't know why he's my favorite, because in all honesty, I think my favorite is Trunks.
Mhm.
But with him, the Vegeta thing,
He did the same thing.
I did the
Yeah.
same thing. But I had to get my boy Piccolo here. And also, in that store, I got...
Do you have to put that together?
Yeah, I'm going to have to
Okay.
put it together a little bit.
So a little bit of a backstory here when it comes to Dragon Ball Z. See, one of the things that I never liked about Dragon Ball, Z, is the character Goku, because I just never cared for him. I was always for, Vegeta. He's my go-to character. Until I saw Team 4-Star and what they did with Goku and Dragon Ball Bridge, because him being a complete and total idiot appeals to me far more than him just being the Goku from the actual main show. Him, on the other hand, he actually likes Goku.
But I like a particular type of Goku.
Yes, and
That is Super Saiyan 3 Goku. I think it's the long hair and the sheer badassness
Yeah.
that he portrays whenever he is in this form. But this is by far my favorite form of Goku.
it's a fantastic sculpt too. I mean,
Oh,
the hair is
yes.
awesome. I
The
mean,
rips and the pants.
all just the sheer attention to the detail, the
veins.
face, yeah. And the fact that the fabric is actually being lifted up from
Yeah.
the key energy. It is a very nice figure.
Extremely awesome.
And he actually got that for a ridiculously good price because
That much.
of the fact that the little loop of hair had been broken off at one point and it got super glued back on. So he got it at a ridiculously discounted price.
Yes. 2,000 yen.
Yeah.
And I'm not exactly sure how much this thing normally runs, but it's not 2,000
No,
yen.
it's not.
Not for that kind of detail. That's my boy Goku. Super Saiyan 3 form.
Now, I want to give them the backstory on your final purchase here. Because like I said, he spent the entire time trying to find this one particular character figure.
Mm-hmm.
And every store that we went into, they had every other character from the show except this one. So, I think he's like, had you given up at that point
I
trying
had
to find it?
almost given up finding it.
And just as a lark, when we're like about to round the corner to go in this one shop I wanted to go into, I'm like, you know what? Before we go in there, let's continue down this way. And he was like, okay, let's go there. And there was just over in this corner a little store. And I walked in, looked over to my left, and right there in plain sight was this one character he'd been trying to find. And I took great delight in going, dude, she's right there. So,
Yes. Menace.
Queensbread.
Queensblade Menace. My Egyptian waifu that just kicks ass. And I can't take it out of the box. No, YouTube prohibits that.
Yeah.
Because,
Her top comes off.
yeah, her top comes off and she's detailed
Accurately.
very. I don't even think I can show that.
No, because there's still the detail there.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Where's the manufacturer?
Mega House?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Mega
Mega
House.
House.
Mega House. They know what they're doing when it comes to sculpt. Because again, even the fabric details and everything are there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, he spent the entire time trying to find one.
figure.
Yeah.
And
And it didn't even have to be that figure. He just wanted to find a figure of that character.
And this is like the only one.
Yeah.
Well, this is the only one.
Yeah. And all of Akihabara.
Yeah.
That was the only one of Menace.
And I can't take her out of the box, but I can show you the picture on the back. So, excellent model, cool reference for the damn sure. And it was worth every penny. Every penny. Oh, it's got like a little bio. Tall,
Oh, yeah.
Other measurements.
Yeah. See, here's the thing about our purchases. Whenever I bought my Henshin belt for Decade, I was like, that was a lot of yen, and I was like, I mean, of course, like fellow like people who purchase like figurines and stuff like that, you know that cost doesn't matter. But I bought that, and I'm like, man, he's gonna look at me and go, how you spent that much money on a freaking Henshin belt. But then he goes and buys this, which cost a lot more than what I spent on mine.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, okay, he knows we're cool.
Yeah. You had one big purchase. I wanted my big purchase. And I got
It's
it.
literally a big purchase because it's a big figure.
Yeah, it is. It's the biggest figure I bought. I don't even know the Super Sonica one. I don't even think will be that tall once it's put together.
I don't know, does it say scale on it?
That's what I'm thinking, man. What we're looking for. It's a 9-inch.
At any rate, he got his waifus.
Yeah.
Now, if we could find your little pedal for your guitar thing,
Yeah.
you will have everything that you came to Japan to find.
Mm-hmm. That I will. But tomorrow
Oh, wait a minute. No, we still have more to talk about because I have that.
Oh.
But anyway, we get done in Akihabara, and then we
No,
take.
no, 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 no. Whenever we went to the smoking station,
Oh yeah, he's actually got a pretty badass story here.
yeah, went to the smoking station we've been frequenting in Akihabara.
And this is what, the second visit? No, this is the first visit to it.
Yeah, the
First visit.
Yeah, the first visit to it. There was a Odaiba?
Oji-san.
Oji-san. There's an Oji-san there. Yeah, old man, basically.
A grandfather.
Grandfather, yeah. And anyway, me and Kyle are standing there and we're discussing kind of what to do.
Yeah.
And he's on the other side and he's just kind of squatted down, smoking a cigarette. And I happened to turn to Kyle, so I didn't get to see what happened. So.
But while we're talking, he puts his cigarette butt out in the ashtray. And then he just starts going around picking up the other discarded cigarette butts that everyone else was too lazy to put into the ashtray. And one of them was like right behind his foot, so he just leaned over and picked it up, and then...
That was about the time I started to move
Yeah.
to turn back around.
And then, he caught sight of us, noticed that we caught sight of him, and then he, we had the little, like...
He
Yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah, and then...
He was like, don't worry about it, don't worry.
Yeah, it's
fine.
like, we're all cool,
Yeah.
But then we'd been standing or walking around, so we squatted down.
Mm-hmm.
But whenever we squatted down, I was hidden behind this ashtray thing, so I didn't get to see what happened.
Yeah.
But he was carrying on a pretty decent conversation with Oji-san.
Yeah. So I squatted down and he looked over and he's started doing some hand gestures, which I noticed he was wondering if I rode motorcycle. So he did this number. I was like, no. He's like, okay, no. Yeah, I don't do motorcycle. He's like, oh yeah. And then he did this number. He's like, I was like, yeah. Of course, here in Japan, riding a motorcycle was like a very rebel
Yeah.
thing to do. So that's kind of why he made that gesture, going to jail. And then he did that, and he did this number. He's like, no. Started laughing, and anyway, he asked, he didn't ask, he said he liked my goatee, in hand gestures, he's gave me thumbs up and stuff like that. And I was like, oh, thank you, and I told him how he got that, and then I was like, to carry on the conversation, I was like, play guitar. He's like, oh, go.
Yeah, I actually heard him singing from around the thing. I was like, I wish I could see this.
Yeah, it was awesome. He just started going out, just playing air guitar, and, half mumbling, singing, and I started cracking up again. I was like, yeah. So here he is on one side of the smoking area, just doing his number. I'm on the other side doing the same thing. And then he kind of pointed around. It's like, I think he was asking if I was going to any of the music shops or the music bars or anything. I was like, no, just. Well, I said yes, but one of the gestures he made was like going there to play, something like that. And I was like, no, just going there to buy or so. I tried my best to buy, I was like, oh, okay, then it was like he started in on that whole singing thing again, so I was like, okay, yeah, why not? But it was great. It was the best conversation I've had in Japan so far.
And then even whenever we got up and left, he was like, sayonara, and
Yeah.
a very friendly old man.
Yes.
nice. Again, it was nice just to meet someone who was like that,
Mm-hmm.
friendly and open.
Yeah.
But that was like, those are like the highlights from Akihabara, aren't they? Like, so, yeah. Then we take the train back here. By the way, the first time I've ever been on a train. It was fun. We get back here, we like unpack all of our stuff because he's lugging around however much that stuff weighs all together. His waifu collection. He has his own personal harem now.
Mm-hmm.
See, this notes the different kind of personalities we are. I collect belts and Kamen Rider stuff. He collects boobs. So
They feel good. It doesn't matter where you place them, they feel good. Argue with me on that one, YouTube.
Oh, you know they are.
Oh,
It's YouTube.
Yeah.
But yeah, we get back here, and because it's still early in the day, I don't want to like just come in here and just.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I wanted to get out and continue walking around because I'm in full on tourist mode. So we start just walking around, just seeing what's up these streets, and inadvertently wind up back in the shrine area.
Mm-hmm.
And while we're walking through this one little area, I'm like, oh, I know this place. This is the place that has the Devilman figure. And we, like, I stop in at the shop and I find my Devilman figure. That's
And
not.
he took his time on this one. I
Yeah.
didn't know if he was going to buy it or not until he actually walked out the store with it.
Okay, and the thing about this is, for those of you not in the know, one of my favorite creators is Go Nagai, and one of my favorite stories from Go Nagai is Devilman. As a religious person, I cannot explain to you why, but I love the story of Devilman. And everywhere we've been, there's been like Mazinger Z, and Get Robo, Steel Jeeg, that kind of stuff. Not any Devilman. And I was like, well, I'm in Japan, I've got to find at least something Devilman related. And in the store, there is a particular figure. And I saw it yesterday. But I didn't know Japanese. I still don't know Japanese, but because I do not know the language, it kept me from purchasing the figure. The first go around.
Because this is the second time he's been in the store.
Yes, and the thing about I got them. All right. See, I was not comfortable enough in my trying to gaijin speak around people who don't speak English. Because I'm like, what if I do the wrong gesture or say the wrong thing, and I don't want to offend anybody. Well, after 2 days of walking around and meeting people, I was like, okay, well, all I got to do is just say these couple things, find out what I want, and then carry on a conversation. So go back into the store where there's this Devilman figure, and holding his waifu. I go back into the store and I'm like, excuse me, how much is this figure? And so for only 700 yen, which is equivalent of what, 70 cents US, essentially.
700 yen, $6.
Okay, well, yeah, for $6, I get Devilman, and this is like a rare figure because it's this milky coloration. Because the lines of figures, they always do different variations of the color schemes, and every time I find a figure of a character from Go Nagai that I really like, I never find them in the regular color scheme. I always find them in the off colors.
This color isn't even on the box.
Yeah, this is actually the box itself actually states limited to 300. So I actually have a one of the very few of these figures that are actually out there. And what's even cooler about this is that this particular, I don't know if it was sculpted or designed. No, I think it was just sculpted. This is actually sculpted by Hiroshi Sagai. If you don't know who this is and you're a follower of mine, into the Japanese stuff, slap yourself for not knowing this name. But yes, I finally got a Devilman figure, and
You're gonna tell them, those that don't know, also designed.
he worked on Evangelion and Shin Godzilla and a bunch of other stuff I can't remember. So, yes, this is, like one of the most talented people when it comes to design. He actually, I wish I could read Japanese, because I want to say he sculpted it, but he may have actually designed it. Because this entire line of figures they're not like direct adaptations from the show or the different variations. I mean, there's one that's obviously based off of the Neo Devilman design, one that's obviously anime and so on and so forth, but they all have a twist to them. So this is, of course, his twist on the character design. And what I love about it is that it's... see, whenever I design a character, I always hybridize my favorite elements. And this is literally a hybrid of the different designs. I mean, it's like a combination of the manga and OVA design Devilman, but he's got the wings from the 1971 anime, I think is when it came out. And then the face is designed... I don't know how well the details are going to pick up, but the face is designed like that old-style traditional Japanese artwork that you see on like the paintings and stuff in movies. Whenever they're like, "Oh, it's obviously Japanese, so we got to have this kind of painting here," but it's actually done in that art style. So it's like an amalgamation of the different things, including just like Japanese culture and her design culture. And I mean, yeah. So yeah, managed to find the one character I've been trying to find, because I knew I could not leave Japan without finding this guy, and I finally got him. So, and again, in the off color that there's very limited numbers of.
Which just makes him even more happy.
Yes, because I have something that very few other people have, including in the United States. So, yes, this made my day. This and the Kamen Rider Henshin belt, is like the two main things. So, yes, I'm very, very pleased with what we've done so far. And this is only day 2 in the week-long journey that is our trip throughout Japan.
Yes.
I'm Ogling and Demon, you're ogling waifus.
What every good red-blooded American otaku ogles.
Oh, yes.
Even you.
Oh, yeah. No, I paid close attention to the detail. How do you think I knew about the detail that we couldn't show on the one figure?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I think as far as our recap of today, I think that pretty much covers everything.
Yeah. I think that's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, we will get back to you guys tomorrow with our recap of what happens tomorrow.
Yeah.
Yeah, which is just going to be... I don't know, should we go ahead and tell people what our plan is? Or?
Yeah, tomorrow the plan is basically just a walk around of the area.
Yeah, because there's like 3 main things that we wanted to do whenever we got here, and we did 2 of the 3 the first 2 days we were here. So if we just go ahead and do the 3rd thing tomorrow, it'd be like, well, the rest of the week's just going to be kind of like laid back. So we're going to hold off going to Shinjuku for a day, and then, like he said, tomorrow we're just going to wander around the area and just see what kind of shops are around. Because as
Our
we've
calves are going to be superhuman at
Yes.
the end of all this.
And as we've both discovered, sometimes just walking around and seeing what's in the little side shops yields better results than going to the big
Yeah,
places.
definitely hit the side alleys around here.
Yeah. So, yeah, that's what we're going to do, and hopefully find some pretty neat stuff.
Yeah.
We will, of course, let you guys know.
Yeah. Unless they are souvenirs we are bringing back for family and loved ones.
yeah.
So,
Because you're not going to see that crap.
yeah, because we've already bought some of that.
Yeah.
We're not going to show it. So.
But yeah, this is...
Because they watch our channel.
Yes. Yes, this is Jacob K. Baker for Atomic Stick Figure Productions.
And I'm Steve Reed, Laskin Zero. Later.